Welcome to Live with Aaron and
Kelly.
We switched it up this time. How's everybody doing this week?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Aaron. I just want to give a huge shout out to all the listeners who have been inboxing us and tweeting us and can't wait to see the lovely Rosie Mercado who we have in studio.
Yeah, she's in studio.
She's absolutely gorgeous, and we've been talking to her, and oh God, she has so much to tell you guys. So let's talk about some news, Aaron. How was your week?
My week is news?
Yeah, of course it is. To people who are tuning in, they care about you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I'm paid to say that. No, I'm just kidding.
This week has been good. You know, I mean, we've got some really good announcements coming up that we, unfortunately, we can't talk about professionally for our business here. But stay tuned. I will say that, and I got to do this as a shout out. Okay,
shout it out, Aaron.
This is a shout out.
Shout it out.
In fact, he's online right now. Tim McCoy and his wife have a fantastic show out. It's actually, from what I understand, has more than 7 million subscribers on iTunes.
Congratulations to the McCoys.
Tim. Yeah, and they did a shout out to us about our show on their show. Thank you so very much, Tim.
All this shout out love just makes me want to shout.
Yeah, and so it's called The Zone. Go check The Zone on iTunes. Subscribe, and you'll check him out. Great show, really well done. And he was, I have to say this, you know how we talk about supporting each other, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I had asked him, well, how do you get the podcast to iTunes? And instead of telling me, he did it for us. So in a few days, you're going to find us on iTunes.
Oh, my gosh. That reminds me, Aaron. I forgot to tell you about what I found out this week. A short film that I did called The Deliverer.
Yes.
Directed by Christopher Dolan is now going to be available. It got distribution, I believe, on iTunes
and Amazon.
And Amazon. So I don't have all the details for that, but you can definitely go to Facebook.com.
What's it called?
Kelly, hold on one second. You can go to Facebook.com or Twitter at Kelly V. Dolan to find out more information. And again, the name of the short film, Aaron, is The Deliverer.
Thank you. She just reprimanded me on national television.
Well, no, I was just trying to get out my sentence.
I know.
You're just so excited.
I am.
Actually, Aaron is a huge fan of this short film and is a huge fan of Christopher Dolan. So big shout out to him. And while I'm shouting people out, I want to shout out my friend Ralph, who gave me a great idea for this show, but I'm not going to share it with you guys yet. I'm going to
tempt you with what we're going to say.
Yes, I'm just going to tempt you, but I want to give him a big shout out. I know he might be listening out there. So big shout out to Ralph. I just love when people help us out and just support us.
That was
just amazing.
Great.
The,
Thank you
know,
so
McCoys,
very much, Tim.
Everybody. Just it's awesome.
And that's the way the world, if the world worked like that, boy, we would be in
If everybody would just get along like me and Aaron, the world would be a better place.
I'm ready for the slap. All right, guys.
What happens behind closed doors here on the Live with Aaron and Kelly show? Okay, real quick, Aaron, I know you have a ton of news to cover, and I keep interrupting you with the flow of this, but I want to put the question out there. You guys know I love asking questions. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I fail in relationships is because I ask too many questions.
Do you? You don't bombard them,
no,
do you?
I actually...
You do, probably. What do you do?
I'm getting laughs from the women in here. Guys, when we ask you questions, a lot of times we're just curious. We're very detailed people.
Okay, I have to say, I went on a date.
You guys have an issue. Okay, go ahead.
I did. I went on a date one time. This was a while back, and she's like, "Are you interviewing me for your show?" And I'm like,
Oh, so you have a little bit of female in you. You were asking questions.
I was. I guess I was asking, I was probably, I don't know.
Well, back to why I brought this up is the question of the week. I want to ask you guys, what is the best non-for-profit organization to get involved with? Right now, as many of you guys know, I have a company called Step It Up, and we are looking to collaborate with non-for-profit organizations. So I want to find out what you guys think is a good organization to connect to. So Facebook, Twitter at Aaron M. Sanchez or Kelly V. Dolan.
I have to say, I contribute a lot of time to a program called Latino Graduate, which it actually has some really good news coming up pretty soon.
Awesome.
With scholarships, which will
Very
involve
good.
on a national scale.
What is it scholarships for?
Walt Disney is part of it. For Latino kids, basically it's a one app stop shops and it'll send it out to all of the places that have scholarships instead of applying to each one. It's very interesting.
House.
Yeah, it's a clearinghouse.
Okay, so these are scholarships for the
specific
kids to go to college.
Targeting Latinos college students.
That is awesome.
That are looking for scholarships.
That is awesome.
And the second,
I love that.
And the second one that I really
great.
support is the Los Angeles Music and Art School with the Cella Sotelo.
Okay.
I have to say that would be a pretty good collaboration. We just thought of it coming over here.
I like that because of
You
the
have
music
to check
and
it
the
out.
art
and it's
the
in
fact
East
that,
LA with a lot of kids that don't have typical opportunities.
I like that.
But they really.
What is it? One more time.
The Los Angeles Music and Art School.
Okay.
Go check it out. LAMuseArt.org, I think, is the
cool.
site. Yeah, really good, good organization. In fact, I have to say, I think we did something for them way back when.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely have to look them up. And you guys make sure you chime in Facebook.com or Twitter.com/Kelly V. Dolan or Aaron M. Sanchez and let me know what the best non-for-profit organization is to get involved with. Aaron.
Yes.
I know you have news, but
I do.
But before, I have to tell you, guess what I saw?
What'd you see?
Expendables 2.
Congratulations, because that was awesome.
Well, congratulations. Kelly finally found some time to go to the movies.
I know. You finally had some downtime. Well, what was that like? Because you interviewed Jean-Claude.
Well, I will say this. It was so awesome because I interviewed Jean-Claude Van Damme at the MTV Movie Awards just, a couple of months ago. And it was so interesting because, we think of him as kind of like a good guy. Kind of.
He is a good guy, actually,
charming,
in person.
But he played a bad guy.
Really bad.
In Expendables 2. And I
bad.
think, I went with a couple of friends and they were saying they think after this he might actually get cast as a bad guy now because he was so
he was yeah.
You wanted to just
slap him silly.
Slap him,
Yeah. Although
especially
you probably
when
couldn't.
he took out that Hemsworth kid. Oh, he's so cute.
Great, you just told everybody.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, come on.
The first 15 minutes is gone for you.
You
That's
knew
all
they
right.
were going to kill the cutie and not the old farts. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm kidding.
Hey, Chuck Norris is in that. I have to say that was
God,
pretty
he
cool.
was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
I will
to
say
that.
Chuck Norris's character was my favorite.
That was sweet. That was a perfect intro.
Yeah. And you know what?
Good homage to him.
Yeah,
too.
and those movies aren't really my type of movies, to just constant
'cause none of them danced.
killing and action. No, come on now. But I thought it was cool just to see all those actors, entertainers, governors on screen that have been around for a long time. It's just kind of cool to see it. Bruce Willis. I mean, everybody was in it, so it was worth it to go see.
It was.
But yeah, big shout out to Jean-Claude Van Damme. He
Expendables
supported
2.
us as well, so big shout out to him, and he did a great job as a villain.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, speaking of villains and movies coming out, ABC orders Josh Whedon's S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot. This is really interesting. Now, do you know what S.H.I.E.L.D. is?
It's a television show.
No? It's going to be, maybe.
Okay.
But S.H.I.E.L.D. is in Avengers. You know the character that Samuel L. Jackson plays?
Yes.
That whole organization is called S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so they're making a pilot for that. So that's kind of cool. It's bringing the comic book down. They haven't released that information because they just...
and it's
we'll
ABC,
find out.
right?
ABC orders S.H.I.E.L.D.
Now,
pilot.
how does that work? Are they involved with Stan Lee's production company because it's part of what he's created?
Well, it has to be, yeah. But
he has to give the okay on it.
Yeah, well, Josh Whedon wrote and directed Avengers, so we know that with him at the helm, it's got to look great, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, but for a pilot, and for those that don't know, a pilot doesn't mean that's going to be picked up. It just means that they want to see it. Wonder Woman did the same thing, and they canned that because it looked horrible. That's because you guys didn't have Kelly Dolan on it, by the way.
That's so funny. No comment. I didn't see, the Wonder Woman thing.
It was horrible. It was bad.
She
was good. I think her costume was bad, and then
everything else just became
action
bad.
sequences just looked wrong. Yeah. So now, in other comic book news, kind of RoboCop. RoboCop. They're remaking RoboCop.
Yes, they are. They're rebooting everything.
Yeah.
Did you see Total Recall? Didn't they have?
No, I didn't see that yet.
I actually heard from a producer friend of mine that it was good.
I've heard that
too.
So
I'm like, all right, I think I might go see it.
The Three-Breasted Woman, I think that is the thing everybody wants to go see.
Okay, well, that's not
You know about that, right?
Of course I do, but I not.
I'm just saying.
It's not what I'm going to see, that's for sure, but maybe what Aaron's going to see. Aaron's smiling like, yes, that's the only reason why I want to go see it.
Okay, well, anyway, RoboCop, Michael Keaton is joining the cast.
You could go somewhere else for free and see more, Aaron.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll talk about
Just
that
bring a
after.
few
This
tips.
is a PG.
Bring a few dollars.
Michael Keaton is joining the cast of the upcoming remake of the cult classic RoboCop, along with Samuel L. Jackson again, Gary Oldman. Hello, awesome people. Joel
Love Sam.
Kinnaman, directed by Jose Padilla. So
very
that's
good.
interesting. A Latino director, and it's scheduled to be released August 19th, 2013. So we'll check about that. Hey,
Ooh.
did you hear about this? 100-year-old man run over a bunch of people driving.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
I am not surprised.
This is crazy. This was just in the news. They talked about him, I think, running or hitting
I think that happens.
12 people.
I think that happens a couple times every week here in
But
Los
100 years old. He was 100 years old.
I know, don't you? Okay, let's just be honest. When you're driving on the road and you see somebody swerving and you see somebody like slowing down and you're like, what is going on? Are they sleeping? Are they what? 95% of the time, it's somebody who's 95 or older in the car. Am I right? And we just give them a pass, don't we? We don't say something like, "Hey, you shouldn't be driving." Hey, we just give them a pass
But
because
think
they're
about
our
it.
elders.
I
We're
want to see his,
respecting our elders.
but I want to see his insurance. He may have had a really good insurance policy because he, the age and maybe, or did it go up?
If he was at fault, then he had to pay for it. Obviously, his insurance.
He's saying it was the brakes. So, but we got information, exclusive information. According to this, he was texting to his mother. You do not text.
Wait a minute.
That's all I've got to
100-year-old
say.
man has
You
a
do
mother?
not text.
Hold on. Now I'm confused. 100-year-old man has a mother that's alive.
That was.
Can you please help me make sense of this?
And he was texting her.
You never text.
You just don't do that.
Okay,
Do
people
not
who are
text your
tuning
mother.
in, I'm here with two gentlemen, and they're stuck on the texting part, and somehow they have lost the fact that a 100-year-old man was texting his mother.
It was
Yeah,
a
but
joke,
you're
by
not
the way.
supposed
It
to
was
do
by
it.
Jose Luis. He told me to tell you that. That was a joke. Dun-dun-dun.
Well, when someone says that, it's true. I
It's
thought,
all
oh
in
my
the
god.
delivery.
Oh my god. Well,
What's
I
Jose
do
Luis?
agree. It's all about the delivery. Jose Luis.
All right, I canned it. I messed it up. Whatever. We didn't have it written down.
my
That's all I got to
God.
say. Okay, look, we got Rosie in the house. We know you guys are ready.
Yeah.
We want to do some quick good news giveaways.
Yes.
Again, the news about it because we haven't announced the winners. You can still enter to win Small Business Event VIP, which is happening in November. Go to either one of our Facebooks or Twitters.
And even before that, we have our fashion show on
Yes.
a yacht, September
Yes.
29th.
Yes, September 29th.
gonna
Fashion
be so
show on
much
the yacht.
fun.
Ooh, and they've got some really cool news, like with some of the fashion designers. Again, we're going to announce all that on our Facebooks and our Twitter. Just go to that, and you can enter to win and be there right with Aaron and Kelly.
That's right. So I think it's time to go to a commercial break because everybody's waiting for Rosie.
That's right.
So tune in. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Welcome back to the Live with Aaron and Kelly show. Now, before we go to our next guest right now, we have got to tell you about our fashion show. This is awesome. We have more great updates. Here it is. Do you love Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, Fergie, and other celebs? Then don't miss the hot G Vice sunglasses worn by tons of celebs on the runway for this event. Handcrafted in Italy, G Vice is dedicated to creating luxurious fashion eyewear exclusively for women. Plus, the fashion destination group's Mermaid Models Search is sailing along. If you want to enter to win for some great prizes, visit fashiondestinationgroup.com. FashionDestinationGroup.com to all the beautiful entries. Please don't forget to get your tickets, and we'll see you there. Are we going to see you there, Rose? Are you going to come to the Fashion Destination?
Are you guys inviting
It's
me?
a yacht.
Yes.
I think
I'm
so.
there.
Oh my gosh.
I am there.
Hello.
I think so. And welcome to the show. Everybody's been waiting. Everybody online is
I
looking,
was like,
and saying, "Where's Rosie? Where's Rosie?" Well, here she is. Welcome to the show, Rosie Mercado. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here finally after last week's
Let's
incident.
talk about last week. What happened now?
Last week was a horrible
See, we were
week.
telling
no,
you
I
the
shouldn't say
truth.
horrible. I shouldn't say horrible. It was
Yes.
a great week.
All right.
Had a couple downfalls that I had to deal with, but got right back up. I went to the Queen Mary, and after a long work day with a wonderful company with Sealed with a Kiss, had a great shoot with them, and decided to go to the Queen Mary to kind of relax for a little bit. My relaxation time ended with a big spider bite that I had a severe allergic reaction to, which I swole up and ended up in the hospital. So they put me on steroids right away, but thankfully everything was good.
We won't be going to the Queen Mary anytime soon.
No,
or giving tickets
covering
away.
your face.
Sorry.
The spider bites galore. That's amazing, though. I'm glad you survived. It wasn't like a really bad,
It was really bad.
It was bad enough, but
yeah, no, I mean, I really looked.
not deadly.
I look like Tina. You know what Tina Turner in the movie got beat up? Yeah.
Oh.
Her face, my face
Yikes.
was really, really swollen.
Can we see a picture of that?
And then
I'm
you.
just kidding.
I have a picture. Do you want me to show it?
It's up to
Do
you.
you?
No, I'm not. He wants to see it. I know
I
he
was
wants
ready
to see
for
it.
that.
I was like, really good.
I'm okay.
Wow, she is confident. Yeah.
No, that's not a good picture. That's not the best picture to show. But thank you so much for having me. I'm finally here. I know you thought I wasn't going to come.
I kind of did.
Why?
We're all the way here in San Bernardino. Some people kind of see the address and they go, "What? I'm not going to drive an hour away." So, we're not in
People
LA.
and we know you have a really busy schedule as well. We didn't know if you'd be able to fit us in.
That too, yeah.
so.
Because you are Curvy Girls is taking off.
It's
Tell us
taken
about
off.
that.
Curvy Girls is taken off. I do a whole bunch of things. Makeup artistry plus modeling, hosting. There's so many things going on in my life, and I'm a single mom, so I got kids to balance out with that. But Curvy Girls is taking off. The premiere is on September 18th, 2-hour world premiere.
Awesome.
And
2 hours?
2 hours
Two
of
full
Curvy
hours.
Girls.
Oh my God!
So,
and that's across the nation because
Yes.
Nuvo TV,
Nuvo TV is amazing. It's hit 40 million homes. Can you imagine that? That's
Oh
how
my
huge it's
gosh.
growing. So it's
we announced
Latino pride.
we announced in our morning show that Nuvo TV just got $40 million in funding, and you guys are one of the first ones. Congratulations
Yeah,
on
that's
I'm
that.
excited. I
awesome.
saw the news. I'm excited about it, and I just think it's wonderful that we get to represent, Latinas, plus size women around the world, and and they get to see the whole other side of the industry. Where
Absolutely.
the struggles of each of us in our own ways, in our own area of our
And
lives.
for the people tuning in who don't know about Curvy Girls or what to expect, what can they expect when they tune in?
Curvy Girls. It's for plus size models, different areas of their life and in their careers, and you're seeing women that are struggling to get into the industry, to stay in the industry, to build their careers, to balance their life, and you just really get to see the reality of what the plus size industry and how we represent it, and how we, it's not as glamorous as everybody thinks. The hard work that goes into modeling and booking the jobs and then balancing everything out and then traveling. But it's a great representation. I think it's very inspirational, and you're gonna get to see different sides. I love my girls Denise and Lorna and Ivory.
Do they get catty? Is there like a little?
Aaron likes that.
Do you like cattiness?
I'm not the only one that. What did you call them?
Cattiness? No. Do you
Oh.
like cattiness? No, I'm not calling them cattiness. You like cattiness. You like the drama, don't you?
I think it happens. So
That's his way of saying yes.
it's
Why do
reality.
men like seeing us go at it? What is
As long as it's
the
not
thing about
against me,
that?
I'm
Because
cool.
we
you're good.
don't like it.
Well, I think there's moments of stress and high pressure, and obviously, there's emotions that go on, but all the girls are wonderful. They have their own personalities, which is great. There's good moments, there's bad moments, there's tough moments, there's moments that we cry, but it's a reality show. It's based on everything that we're doing, so we're being as that we're just being ourselves. So you're going to get to see a little bit of everything. So I want to invite everybody to tune into Nuvo TV. Check your local listings. Curvy Girls world premiere September 18th. I want to send a shout out to the creators, Laura and Lisa, which are listening right now.
Awesome.
I want to give them a big hug and kiss. Mwah! Thank you. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here for them. They really helped me get that push in my career. So I'm very excited about that. And also to the production team and Nuvo TV, who's been wonderful. I've had such an amazing time with Nuvo TV. They're great. They've treated us so well.
What are they like?
Yeah. And how did this project come about? How did they form this? What's the background of this?
The background, oh my goodness. This is a project that goes back about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I was starting off in my modeling career. I was a lot larger than I am now. And I started through Miss Plus America. I had pictures and makeup artistry and just everything combined. And one of these beautiful ladies got a hold of my pictures and reached out to me. They sent me an email. We have a casting. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to be part of the show. We're getting the pilot ready. And they contacted me. They came in. We talked. We talked about my story. They loved my story. And I was just so appreciative to find just genuine people who believed in my vision and my passion and everything that I was doing. And here I am. 2.5 years later, part of Curvy Girls, it's finally here. All these girls came together, and it's been amazing.
That's a journey.
It's been such a crazy journey. I mean, 2.5 years ago, I would never imagine being here and having lived such an amazing opportunities, meeting incredible people, and then also getting to know myself and my transition with my body and my personality and my self-esteem. Just everything has transitioned.
I want to talk about that because we talked about that before. You know, sometimes with you know, women, they get with the wrong guy. Or they get,
are we going there?
I'm just saying.
Are we going there?
Here we
Let's
go.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, yeah, and sometimes the guys can bring down the esteem of a woman.
Anybody even
can.
a woman can bring down the esteem of another woman.
Okay,
you
that
know?
too.
But men as well.
But I think what it comes down to is that as women or as men, who, you know, as a human being, you have to be in control of your emotions. You have to love and accept yourself. If you don't love, respect, and accept and celebrate yourself, nobody else will. So you have to be in control of your emotions. And in the moment that you accept who you are with flaws and perfections, and you understand, okay, this is the way I am. What am I here to do? What makes me happy? What brings fulfillment to my life?
Right.
The moment you start living that, everything else sets aside. You're so focused on being happy and fulfilling your life purpose that what everybody else says, good or bad, I mean, it just goes away, and you just start really attracting those positive people, those open doors, those opportunities into your life, that your life really changes. And that's something that happened to me because I hit rock bottom. I really did. I went through a really, painful divorce, and I hit rock bottom, and just life really transitioned the moment that I accepted responsibility, took care of my emotions, took care of myself, started making wise decisions with my health, and everything transitioned. I mean, it's transitioned so much that I'm living my dreams. I'm really going after my life purpose. And I think with that, I have a responsibility of inspiration, of reaching out to those women that get to watch the show, that get to watch everything that I'm doing, and hopefully through that inspire them to take on their life journey.
That is so good. That is so
beautiful.
good.
I'm like,
We're all like, oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
And you talked about like your several of your goals. I mean, again, health. You're talking about your health. Let's talk about your health. You know, you're doing
87 pounds down, baby.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
I told you that's an inspiration to me. I'm trying to lose like 20 pounds, and
Well, I think too. Also, like when we hear plus size model, we still are confused by that. I know I am. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, a plus size model is 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever, and I'm like, God, that's not like.
That's not plus size.
Yeah,
well, I
that's
don't
not
consider
plus-
it plus size. I don't consider it
like, I
plus
don't-
size. I'm a size 24 right
Yeah.
now. I was a 32, 34.
Okay.
Agency models run from a 6 to a 14. And one of my biggest fights is I think we deserve plus size diversity. I think we should be
Yeah.
represented. 50% of women in the U.S., are over size 14. Where's the representation for
Yeah.
that?
Right.
So I've been blessed enough to really fight for the last couple of years and really breaking those barriers, changing the views on beauty, and really representing women that are on the larger scale. I mean, just because you're larger doesn't mean that you have, number one, low self-esteem,
Yes.
that you're not healthy.
Yes.
And then we deserve fashion. We want to look beautiful.
Yes.
And I think in the moment that you start feeling beautiful, that you have the right representation of clothing, and you just really put your personality of who you are out there, automatically there's just your self-esteem starts going up. You start making the right decisions to take care of yourself, to love yourself, and it's a circle that just keeps going and going and going. So with that said, I'm happy to announce that I'm working with Sealed with a Kiss Designs. I know I'm telling you about that.
Yeah.
They're watching right
I'm like,
now. So Sarah,
Yes.
So
I'm like, I
for
wanna
the
hear all
guys, I'm
about
sorry,
that.
I don't know what Sealed with the Kiss.
Sealed
I
with
don't.
a Kiss is a plus size clothing line that's online,
okay.
and they design sizes 1 through 6X, and we're collaborating on a 3-piece mini collection
awesome.
that's coming out in the winter.
And
That's
I know it's going to be
exciting.
I'm
fabulous.
excited with
I
that.
know it's going to be fabulous because I'm just looking at how you put yourself together.
I know,
Thank
right?
you.
And I'm like, where did you get this? Where did you get that? I'm like, she knows how to put it together.
Thank
And
you.
You're
Thank
beaming
you.
with light right now, and it just seems like you've gone through some things, but like
I'm in a good place.
You're in a good place.
I'm in a good
and
place.
sometimes to anybody who's out there, I don't know why I'm saying this, but just if you're going through something, this is a great testament. Somebody who's gone through something. I know I've gone through things. Aaron's gone through things. But if you make the choice to rise above it, life can be so much better, so much more.
You hold the keys to your own destiny, and I think really it's a day-by-day decision of choosing what kind of life you want to have, what your life purpose is, what you're going to go after. And the moment you make that decision that, this is my life, I'm going to live it to the fullest and make every day an adventure, make it fun. You have to enjoy life. Everything starts turning around. You have to make it an adventure. You have to enjoy life. Now, I'm not saying that there's not going to be any downfalls. There will be
Sure.
downfalls. I've gone through some in the last couple of months, but you know what? I choose to look on on the bright side. I choose to look on what's going on that's good in my life and be thankful
Let's
for
talk
it.
about that, because so many people talk about go be positive, and for those that are inherently or what? Some of us have moments
Don't include me in that one.
where we really think in our
okay,
heads.
I'm
We
here
get
for
in
you.
our heads. But right, we get in our heads and
absolutely.
we question things and we go, well, am I on the right path? I don't know. And and so what do you physically, do you do anything physically or something that you implement that you go, you really say, Rosie, I'm going to turn you around? How do you do
Moments
that?
of struggle. Okay, so 2 weeks ago I went through a moment where I kind of broke down and cried, and I was like, okay, emotionally you go through situations, and then you're like, hold on, what is my purpose? And then I do affirmations in the morning. I start my morning with affirmations.
What's an affirmation?
I'm beautiful. I'm a purpose-driven woman. I'm living a life with purpose. My life is starting now. I demand and I accept only good coming into my life. I attract everything that's love and that's positive into my life. You say it with such purpose and passion. You start believing it. I mean, it just runs through your body. You start your day off the right way. Everything is going to follow. And I think also contribution is a big part of my life. Helping people, others, just by smiling, by saying hello to someone. I walk with so many friends. I go out with friends, and they're like, "Why do random people talk to you?" and they're like, "Why are they saying hi?"
I'm like, me and her could probably meet the whole state of California in one day.
No, seriously. I go there like, why are they talking to you? And I'm like, there's, when you're so happy with your life and you smile, that's infectious to other people.
Right.
And people are just like, hi, how are you? But like, I'm doing great. How are you? And the craziest thing is you never know who you're going to meet. And I've met some wonderful business opportunities through that. Some wonderful friends just by walking either in LA
It's
or
true,
in
'cause you
Vegas
never
or New
know
York.
who's around
You never
you.
know who's watching you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you think it's the janitor, it turns out to be the producer.
Absolutely. So it's those are the kind of things. Another thing that's helped me out, working out. Working out has really helped me out. I didn't like working out before, but rebounding, working out, walking, jogging. Now I'm finally jogging, which is something big for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do that before.
Uh-huh.
But that really releases a lot of stress. And while I'm jogging, I'm doing these affirmations, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm screaming. I'm doing my thing. Sometimes I shoot videos like, woo!
Yes,
But
I can do
but hey,
this.
as long as I'm attracting what I want.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got a
Absolutely.
question from Marisa Dawson. Rosie, do you have any tips for aspiring plus models like yourself on how to break out into the industry?
Oh God! I get so many emails on this. I'm not with an agency. I've done it very old school. I go straight to the designers, knock on doors, and present them my vision,
Dang.
present them what I do. And I'm so passionate that I've been lucky enough that they believe in what I do, and we've collaborated, worked together. I've been hired to do different work. So, I mean, all I have to say is you have to have thick skin in this industry. Do not accept no as an answer. If you believe enough in what you have and you believe in your power and your beauty, and more than anything, it's not just about you. It's about what you're contributing back and what you're inspiring others to do. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Stay focused, knock on those doors, and network. Networking is so important in any industry.
Is this my sister? Is this my sister from another mother?
I think
Seriously.
so. I think so. Well, look, we're going to let you girls talk a little while we take a quick break. We got to take a quick break right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Live with Darren and Kelly.